Hello! So, I have completed the trading post for April and did so in a day, which is the first time I've been able to do that. In large part, that was due to the Undermine and the fact that the trading post started on reset day. So the fact that reset and the trading post came out on the same day was definitely helpful. So what I did was just go through and do what I regularly do, what I was planning on doing. So when I know this is coming out, I kind of keep an eye out for it and kind of hold off doing some things so I can make sure everything that can count does. So it speeds this process up. So time walking, Warlords of Draenor. So complete 1, 2, shipping and handling, 10 jobs. So that's your daily quest there. Drifting around the Undermine. Defeat 2 elite order monsters in the Undermine. Defeat 5 raid bosses. So I'm trying to actually do the Undermine, Liberation of Undermine raid. I believe that's what it's called, right? Yeah, Liberation of Undermine. To get some of the appearances for Transmog. Completed Delve, so I've just been doing that just once a week to get the quest. So I've just been doing Delve as kind of a passive thing in the background, just every week, just do the one, get the quest. Unless there's like a weekly or something for it. Earn reputation throughout Khazalgar. So that was doing obviously various things, including Undermine and Delves, things like that. Upgrade items using Valor Stone, so that was the last one, as you saw, that I got to complete everything. So this one was like 50, and somehow I ended up with like 75. So I did everything I normally would have done on reset day. And did the weekly, which is the 5 dungeons, all that. Did the weekly rep quest, all that. And got to 675. Then I did pet battles, as you'll see. That got me to 8, and then finished off the dungeons from doing time walking. So that got me to 975. So 25 quests, 10 quests. And then the upgrading got me to the 1,000. And the time walking was exciting because I finally got the Time Reaver. So very, very excited about that. Kind of in shock. I just saw a purple item drop and was like, what is purple in here? And then it took a second and then it dawned on me. So very excited about that. I haven't been trying to get this. When Time Walking first came out, I did it quite a bit. And then it was limited to what it was. It wasn't going on every week like it is now, where it's most of all the expansions and everything. So it was an occasional thing, and it was the same thing. So I just kind of, as patches and expansions came out, I just started doing other things and kept doing it just to get the quest and do the quest, just because I knew they were going to make changes eventually, like they did with the 20th anniversary event. So I had enough saved up to get the mounts and appearances in most everything I wanted for the most part. So wasn't trying to collect everything. I was just trying to collect stuff that I like, that I knew I'd actually use when it came to like the transmog and whatnot. So, that being said, so there you go. That was the mask for the. Don't particularly care for these. I don't know. Maybe it's just because it's on a Tauren, but I do and I don't. I do have a fondness for headpieces. I like profession headpieces. As I've mentioned, like my engineer only wears goggles. My jewel crafter only wears the sunglasses, things like that. So I like having headpieces. I'll have to see what those look like on other characters. So
seems the spirit sent you my way.
this trading post was a bit of a disappointment, I have to say. This is like the first one that it feels like could have really been better. So we did get these nice mounts, which I am kind of excited for. I'm kind of disappointed they didn't put these somewhere else, because I was really hoping they would be part of like the Darkmoon Faire or something. Because I've been doing Darkmoon Faire quests for I don't know how long, just to, one, get them out of my bags, but two, to actually collect for when they eventually added something else. And they added two. Kind of prefer the purple one. Not a big fan of the green one, but I do like the purple one. Looks very Darkmoon Faire. They are horses though, and I don't really use horses, charger mounts for much of anything. So the only one I really use is the Headless Horseman mount on my Death Knight. And that's pretty much it. Like, I would use Invincible if I had Invincible, and that's pretty much it. Like, I have a bunch of these. And the chargers for the PvP, I've got a handful of those. I don't use them, really. I kind of use them if I'm doing PvP just for status and to have something different, but that's about it. And then these weird, like, gnome kind of inspired kind of things. So there we go. The snail mount, which I'm not a fan of. And then some offhand. Which, you know, I would be more excited if they looked different than that. They just don't look right when they're sheathed. Has often been the complaint. And then we got a bunch of weapons that match the mount, not so much the transmog, but the mount, which makes me think there's more to this whole set than what they're letting on. Yeah, and with the Undermine weapons now, like, I'm not even all that interested in... Yeah. Like, I use two-handed weapons a lot. I'm more inclined to buy a two-handed weapon. But I don't even care. I like the earthy kind of garden look, but I can't really see using it. And there's both. And then we got a cloak there, which actually doesn't look bad on my Tauren with the 20th anniversary set there, class set. And then a bunch of, and this is why it was a disappointment, because you got a bunch of these leg transmog. I will admit they are cheap. If you wanted to, if you like these, you can go nuts. I'm still of two minds with these masks. I can't find a character they look right on. I like skirts and kilts, not so much skirts like that per se. If you got all the like Sailor Moony kind of ones that were available during the Love is in the Air and different things, you'll probably like those. Then we have another set. I'm very disappointed that the Swashbuckler, the recolor of that set hasn't come back around, because I wanted to get that. And I've been looking for it for months now. Gloves. excessively large weapon, and the spring transmog set there, which I have not used. I collected all these because I liked them. Thought I might be able to do something with them, and I've never used any of them. So, yeah. There's really nothing that I want to get. I'm very tempted to just get it over with and get this Frozen set. But then a part of me kind of just wants to get the purple charger. So, but I don't think I'll ever use the charger is the thing. I've tried using I have a PvP one. Actually, I have a couple PvP ones. Well, I have one PvP one that changes between Alliance and Horde, and I've tried to use it on several different characters, and I like how it looks. I just don't use chargers. So, yeah, might just wait and save up my my Trader Tenders, because I'm trying to get all the like the Undermine sets and things like that. So I don't really even think I'll use the Diver set anytime soon, and there really hasn't been anything else that I'd want to freeze. So yeah, unfortunately, I think that's probably gonna be it then. Like I said, very kind of disappointing trading post. I knew when they started this that
been waiting for you.
I don't know why we have two vendors offering the exact same thing.
We'll be seeing you soon.
I knew they weren't going to be able to keep this going. You know, I knew every month wasn't going to be like it was when this first started, and we would have all these mounts and all this stuff, and everybody would be so disappointed they couldn't get everything. I knew there'd be some months that would be kind of lackluster, but it seems like since the last few months in the War Within, it's been a bit more disappointing than usual. So, yeah. So there you go.